Good morning! Saturday, February 10th. I got up this morning, a bit slow. Relaxing. It's nice. Had a day off. And yesterday I put way too much time into trying to figure out what I wanted on that wall. What posters, I was like, that should be, my brain said that should be the next decision. And I was like, okay, the posters I have are tight and almost relying on these being straight and parallel all the way up in order they to hit and run into each other, which with this place, nothing is lined up properly. It's all a little askew, I've noticed as time went on. And so it was kind of iffy, but I was going to try it, and then I was like, but that would leave like white space here, down here, and I didn't know what to do, and I was trying to figure it out, and eventually I was just like, I don't know. And I slept on it, and came up with the decision, no, I'll get something else to go there. I will figure out something to go there. And it will be, it may take a bit longer, but it'll be something that like is basically designed to go there. Now, right now, I have one thing that I know where it goes, and that's a poster that I ordered for the back of that door that I'm still waiting to arrive. That door, mostly out of shot for the game, so no problem. I will probably come up with and decide on some poster or something to go on the back of that door, but I'm also not going to really worry about that right now. What I've decided is that I have this wall. There's little bits of tape on it right now. I measured it out, and I can fit 6 posters along there, and I've gone through and decided on those. That will be my next wall to just line with art. I think that'll look quite nice once I have it up, and I plan to do that today. And D&D has a new one of they do podcasts regularly. This one is talking about Mordenkainen's Tome of Foes, so just bit by bit getting more information on that upcoming book. Excited for it. Need to finish Xanathars. I'll get around to it. But while listening to that, because it works well to listen to something while working on, for example, deciding the order of the posters as they will go up on the wall. And these 6, 5 of them are one size. Catwoman is a different size. And it almost pains me not to put it on one of the ends. It's an inch. It's nothing much. So ultimately, it may not be hardly noticeable when on the wall, but I will have to decide, do I align it to the top or the bottom? But yeah, I'm going to start hanging those and continue listening to the podcast, and potentially at some point going out to breakfast with Nick, so I guess I won't be heating this stuff up from yesterday, because sounds like we may be going out. And as I'm putting it up, I'm learning I didn't need to worry so much about where it would be even or not. Neither will. Doesn't matter. As I start getting these up here, so yeah, they're off. Because, like I said, with the door frames, I can't trust that they're going to be level. The ceiling is not level. Stupid. I mean, yeah, I know, it's normal, it's a real-world environment, and things just don't end up like that. Especially not when they're, a bit of an older place. It's just silly. But, alas, it worked out pretty well as far as height, if I do want to put game and DVD cases and such on that shelf. So, that's good at least. Because the more I think about it, the more I'm like, that's the most likely thing that I'd want to put along there, since I have so much space for books on the other side. Probably that. It's taken like an hour. But I was distracted with podcasts as I was going, but it's taking like an hour. But darn glare. There, moved it. But yeah, I got a whole wall of posters. And I noticed something worked out kind of well. Didn't really plan it. But with the poster that I put on the far left, she actually peeks out over top. As opposed to if I had, for example, chosen the Fantastic Beasts and it just would have been the top of a building or something. I was like, oh, that actually worked out pretty nice. So yeah, but very cool. whole wall of posters. 6 more posters up. Feeling better. That's cool. Yeah. And some of them were definitely ones that I had that, I had up before. I wanted to get up, somewhere. I didn't know necessarily what room, or maybe the ones I've never had up or haven't had up for a while. The Doctor Who one, I love, but I was actually a little wary about because of the glossy. Basically, it's a different material. But I'd had it sort of hanging from the ceiling because it was on top of the concrete wall before, and it was always round, curled and all. It's hopefully gonna level out a little more now that it's actually attached straight to the wall. Because I like the art, it's just a weird material. That'll be the posters for today. I'm not gonna do more, although I could, I suppose, because I can still try and get some over there, but not today. I'll put that off. Yeah. That's getting some stuff accomplished. Should hear from Nick in about another hour for food. Because after saying, yeah, I'm good for food, and then he sent me a message, but it'll be like a couple hours, because I gotta go do some stuff. And I'm like, fine. Good chance we'll go to a buffet. So being quite hungry is a good thing if that's the case, so it's fine. And I got the trash all bagged. I'm gonna get that taken out. But it's not warmer. It didn't get warmer today. Still freaking cold. Like 20 to 25 degrees. Somewhere around there. Whew. It's winter again. It just goes back and forth. It's like I never know what to expect the next day. Oh well. Gotta get it out because it was gross. And yep, just spoke with Nick. He is gonna head over and we will go to the Chinese buffet. And while I'm waiting for him to arrive, I figure I'll read a little bit of Xanathar's Guide. It's been colder, but it's obnoxious when it's this cold and I'm not used to it. Hibachi Grill though. Going inside.
Closed on Tuesdays.
Why? Are they? They're not doing poorly. Maybe Tuesdays are just doing poorly. I always get food at the grill, and I usually get onions, but they didn't have onions. They had jalapenos instead. I was like, okay, I'll go with it, but... And I did get onions back up, just about 30 seconds before my food was finished cooking, so no onions, jalapenos instead today. And I didn't like the look of the puffy chicken, sweet and sour chicken. So I walked around a circle and then they brought out new, like, right at that moment. Just the perfect time, so I got fresh. Nice. What are you looking at?
A piercer. Now, root ropers are dangerous. Piercers are silly.
Oh yeah, they're the babies. I'm sorry, you're fighting an infant.
I dropped from the ceiling. I missed. I took half my own damage. And then what do? I start stinking. Way to go, baby rock monster.
Yep. It doesn't have a rock shell or the tendrils yet. It's
Well,
it is designed to be the things that are hanging from the ceiling dropping on you while you're dealing with all these tendrils.
Yeah.
You'll see. We'll get to it eventually. Isn't this the chameleon's level?
Yeah.
Are you doing it last?
Yeah.
Have you literally just sat here and gone through this entire game?
Oh God, no. I'm in the middle of going through the 8 Robot Masters, but then there's the Sigma stages. Plus finding all the other things I missed because I don't remember this game as well. And so there are plenty of things I'm missing.
What are Sigma stages?
Okay, so in the original Mega Man, after you beat the 8 Robot Masters, you fought Wily, and Wily had his own, like, 3 or 4 stages in a tower where you wouldn't get extra powers afterwards.
Okay.
So this also has that, but Sigma is the big bad of this game.
Okay. So it lets you play any of the stages in the order, but there's actually stuff after that?
Yes.
I didn't know that.
Mm-hmm.
I've never beaten the Robot Masters. And so Nick decided, after our little conversation, that since he's never beaten the game, he's just going to go through unlocking everything and beat it. Who does that? Weirdo. Playing video games. He does a lot of that. My brain can't focus for that long. I enjoy it. I just can't sit down and play for that long. I made a good chunk of my way through Xanathar's Guide. Oh, I didn't think... So is this the final boss?
Yes.
Alright, so he's the final boss. And he's all like, come at me, totally not a Jedi. And I'm like, what is he talking about? Does he, like, use, like, some sort of force power? Dude pulls out a freaking lightsaber. I'm like, okay then. You're fighting a Jedi. Are you gonna win?
Maybe. Not if I keep getting hit in the face like that.
You know you have the things to refill your life.
Uh-huh.
Use them!
I pushed the wrong button. Shut up.
That looks like an epilogue screen, Nick.
Yeah, it is.
Did you finally beat it?
Mm-hmm.
Good for you.
Adult me, more willing to sit down and take the time to learn out what is his weakness versus panic dodging and keep trying the same thing.
You eventually figured it out, I guess, eh?
Mm-hmm. And I didn't even stoop to, cheating with the Hadoken, which seems to be put in there expressly to cheat with the Hadoken of a one-hit kill.
Wait, would that have worked on the final boss?
Yes. I only used the Hadoken once to kill the spider, because, as I said, fuck the spider.
So yeah, Nick just came over and over the course of a few hours sat down and beat Mega Man X. Well, I read through quite a bit of Xanathar's Guide. Now, admittedly, I got to the pages where they're just tables of random encounters, so that reads a lot quicker than text. But still, got through quite a bit. Is it 5:30? I think it's still got a day left to do stuff. I'm not sure if I will or what, but it exists. And now that Nick's gone and I have my chair back, I'm alternating between continuing to read through Xanathar's Guide. I'm doing good. I'm on a roll with it. And it's the kind of thing, like, some days my brain just can't focus on it. And actually, I'm thinking I need some ibuprofen because I'm starting to get a headache. It might be more from just sort of laying down on the floor to read. It's comfortable, but not on my neck. It's relaxed. But I'm also alternating between that and some editing. I got one vlog edited. I'm working on another one that'll finish up last month. So I want to get this done. That'll be a nice milestone, be into this month, and we're not all that far comparatively into this month. So yeah, I wanted to do that. But apparently that was the day that I talked about having made brownies. So now I want to make brownies. I'm like, oh, yeah, those were good. It's not a good thing. Especially not if, when I edit this vlog, I want to make brownies again. I mean, that could be a very dangerous cycle. Now, the idea is maybe at that point I don't have brownies, but I do right now. Because I made those, and they're cheap. Brownies are really cheap dessert. If you want to have a good, like this sort of dessert option, that's a good one. They're cheap, so I bought them when I was at Aldi West, just to keep them stocked up. Now you can get fancier brownies that are more expensive, and maybe at some point I'd like that. Fancy brownies, nice. But just for something to keep around in case I want to make a dessert, cheap brownies it is. That works great. But they do take, what, half hour, basically? Actually, of cooking time. Plus, I don't know, 5-10 minutes prep. 5-10 minutes at least cool before you eat them. So some of the days, I decide, there have been days like since then, I've thought, maybe I could do, nah, I don't have time. because it'll be kind of late when I do. But I have off tomorrow. It's only 7 anyways. I have plenty of time. I'm going to make some brownies. Just combining some ingredients here for my brownie mixture. Be lovely and delicious and chocolatey. We got it all mixed up into a lovely brownie mixture, which I now get to cook. And that's the part that takes like a half hour. And there they are. Aren't they beautiful? But also super hot right now. I'll just let them sit and cool for a while. But hey, I got brownies now. That's nice. And so I do have a nice little brownie. And they turned out a little bit better this time than last. They came out of the pan holding a bit more of their shape than they did the last time I made them, so that's good. Although I do have to be a little careful. It's late and I'm not very careful. This will just end up being this, and maybe a couple hours would end up being my dinner. Not the ideal decision. So hopefully I have some real food as well. We'll see. So I just talked to my mom, going through issues with my grandmother. Needing to stay in the facility longer than her insurance will cover, and trying to get that all worked out. But it's starting to get late, and the brownies did end up being all I really had for dinner. Oh well. I'm gonna head to bed, and well, I'll see you tomorrow. Bye.